Let's talk about horror.
Welcome to Benji's, the show where I document all of my antics I get myself into daily for the sole purpose of your entertainment. I'm here to show you my story and to inspire you to follow your dreams no matter what. My name is Benjamin Lopez. I'm a YouTuber, Twitch streamer, full-time student, full-time worker, writer, and your perfectly average SoundCloud rapper. And what you're about to see, well, this is my life.
The horror genre is the best genre because it's the most realistic out of any genre, and it leaves you with very real feelings of fright. I have no idea where my energy went for today. Oh my lord, it's gone, depleted, just out of nothing. It's gone. Just out. I have no energy today at all. Work took it out of me, I guess, but I'm getting 4 hours of sleep for like it's out of focus. Getting 4 hours of sleep for like the getting 4 hours of sleep for like the 9th day in a row. Definitely not helping, and tonight's not gonna be any different. Honestly. It's okay. You can come. Wait, what is it?
What?
What is it? This vlog, it's gonna be explaining my passion for horror. Currently on stream right now, I'm doing Outlast and Outlast 2. Roll the jump scare reel.
Oh god! Whoa!
Halloween is my absolute favorite time of the year. Christmas is a close second, but right now Halloween is my close is 100% my favorite time of year, and that is all the stories that's because all the stories get told during Halloween. All of the best freaky, chill, not freaky, like scary vibes come from Halloween. It's just got a general air of scariness to it that I am totally here for. I'm about to stream Outlast 2 single-handedly, literally the most scary game I've ever played, I will ever play. But you know, this is a night that I should be defeated. I should be beaten down and discouraged, and I kind of am, because it's been a rough one. It's been a rough one. I mean, by people's standards, by my standards, in terms of doing what I like to do, it's been a rough one. A long day at work. I came home feeling unfulfilled. The stream wasn't working. Things aren't working. My overthinking, anxiety, it's getting to me. And these are first world problems. Honestly, there are people going through much bigger and worse things, and I understand that. But it's just, this is a day where I should be beaten, where nothing's going right for me. This is a night where I should be beaten, and again, somewhat I am, but a part of me still, there's always been that part of me that's like ingrained, like within my very soul now, that just refuses to give up. And Elon Musk once said, you should never give up until persistence is key. You should never give up until you're forced to. And that rings true with me. In Elon Musk's case, astronauts that went to the moon condemned him, and he looked adversity in the face and said, I don't ever give up. And I'm looking adversity in the face right now and telling it that I don't ever give up, and I will never give up. This is kind of a just like a sidetrack completely from the horror genre, so we'll get back into that. This is kind of just like a sit down and talk episode. It's a kind of a opposite direction from yesterday's episode, which was just like a day in the life. So this is like a sit back and talk episode, so let's sit back and talk about horror. more, to offer some insight into people who like horror. Oftentimes, people who like horror, the horror genre, the scary genre, they sit back and they like it's like this little feeling in their chest every time they think of like a horror movie or like a scary ride or something that causes adrenaline, and it's the willingness to like feel excited. And being scared is a form of feeling. There's a form of excitement, in my opinion. There's a lot of adrenaline junkies that love horror. Some of my favorite movies are classic horror movies. The original Halloween, the original Scream is amazing. It's perfect. It's a great movie. The original Shining. A lot of Stephen King's books inspire me a lot. Horror books inspire me a lot. Just the act of being scared. The Strangers and The Strangers 2 are both fantastic movies. Horror books, horror novels, like the one that I reviewed earlier, John Dies at the End. Very good book, very solid. It's very solid. So I'll show you just like an insight, or to offer just an insight into what horror is and why I love being afraid. I guess we'll just explore the nature of it. If you really think about it, what is the feeling of fear? Like, what is that specific feeling that you fear when you feel fear? It's like weird, because like everybody can say they love horror, but like I feel like, in my case at least, at the end of the day, I like love horror, but like after reading a lot of scary stories and watching like horror movies, I go to bed and I'm like, this is that little feeling, like the closet door's open, like look, closet door's open right now. I just like keep glancing up at it. I'm like, whoa, what if something like pops out at me? I mean, there's like the art of the jump scare. There's the art of just like that psychological horror that leaves you with like a bitter feeling or like an uneasy feeling after viewing it or reading it. There's all kinds of horror like that, and I like both of those, especially psychological though. That's like the real scary. That like sticks with you. On a side note, these are chigger bites, or these are just like chigger, and the marks that they leave. And you can see like big time right there. That's like super itchy. So this is going to be a good transition into tomorrow's episode, which is going to be like, hopefully if we end up going to a haunted house, I'll vlog the haunted house. And oh man, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. All right, that's gonna end this episode. I think. Actually, no. We're gonna touch on one more. We're gonna touch on one more point. I think we're gonna touch on one more point, and that's just like a. That's just again. I'm bringing it back to why I should feel defeated today. Why I should feel defeated today. To those of you who wanted to tune into the stream and were there as soon as the stream started, I cannot thank you enough. And to those of you who view these videos every day, I cannot thank you enough. I mean, there's a lot of people in the comments who inspire me, and people who reach out to inspire me, like Izzy, Calvin, Sarah, my mom. There's everybody who's just reached out and constantly offers support. I'm ready for, if I get big, I'll eventually get adversity, and I'll eventually get hate for whatever reason, one or another, but I'm ready for that. I think I'm ready for that because I know what my group is, what my niche is, what my circle of friends are, who they are, and I'm grateful for them. I am grateful for them, and it's people like that. It's people like you guys who motivate me to keep going, despite days like this where literally nothing has gone my way. And it's important to like lay in bed and just reflect on today and learn something from it, and learn from the feelings that I'm having, and learn not to overthink and not to let anxiety, depression take over. Because I used to do that a lot. I used to let it all take over, and it only led to negative things, negative actions. And eventually, I mean, there's going to be some days where it does just take over. And those days, though, once you have something to chase after, once you have something that truly makes you happy, those days become so much more rare, they become more seldom. And I have a multitude of things there. My dream streaming, YouTube, you guys, books, my wonderful girlfriend, my amazing family, and my amazing network of support. They motivate me to keep me going. And that's like that back end. That's that safety net that's super important to have. And I started this alone. I started this with almost no support, and eventually it all built up now, when we're still only just in the very, very beginning stage, where it's still growing, it's still festering, and it's still in like the grind stage. We're still super small, and that's okay. We'll get bigger as the years go on, and I'm prepared to put years into this. And to anybody who's prepared to put years into watching this, y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. Another support that I forgot to mention that is the most important support is my religion. My religion. I am a Christian. I do believe in Jesus, and I believe that Jesus he's like your built-in. He's like your built-in therapist. He's something you can turn to. Something you can turn to even when you're alone, and you can have a conversation. Somebody you can turn to and have a conversation with when you're alone. I went from talking about horror to talking about Jesus. But he's helped me get through things. He's put this network of support in my life to recover me from a very bad place that I was in. And eventually we'll get to talking about that bad place, but I want to wait for that until there are a lot more people that view these videos, so I can show them that it's possible to climb out from literally rock bottom and bring yourself up to where you are now. And bring yourself up to where you can be in the future and fulfill your potential. I know what it's like to sit and have no hope, and it sucks, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is here for me. That light is what I'm embracing right now, with the help of everybody, with the help of God, and I never plan on stopping. I never do. No matter what gets in the way, no matter who gets in the way, I never plan on stopping, and you shouldn't either. You shouldn't either. I say this at the end of every video, but follow your dreams, follow them. It's like, it's a 17-year-old, when I realized that this was my passion, something I wanted to go after, I didn't look back, and it gave me reasons to wake up in the morning. It gave me reasons to not die with regret. Should I die tomorrow, I will not have regrets, knowing that I started this and I built something that could have lasted. So I'm going to give my very best until that fateful day comes, to give everything that I have to this. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much more than you know. I'm sorry that this video was also kind of boring. Tomorrow's, I promise, will be eventful. I promise you. I promise. Guaranteed it'll be eventful. Y'all have a good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. And I will see y'all in the next one. Follow your dreams. Do not let anybody get in your way, and you will succeed. You will be fulfilled. I promise you. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
And now, as you graduate to begin anew, I wish that for you. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you all very much.